play about a woman who loses her faith in God and finds it again. And in the play, I have a few parts, but one of them is Bella. And I guess the rest I just would love for you to come and see. I don't want to say too much.
I'm Olivia Hamilton, and singer-songwriter, born and raised in Bermuda, and I play May in Joy in the Morning.
So in Bermuda, I went to Bermuda Institute, and then I went to Somersfield for 1 year, and I graduated from BHS. And then for college, I went to Berkeley College of Music. Growing up, everyone sang in church, especially at BI. Like, their choirs were very popular. Everyone kind of knew the Seventh-day Adventist singers in Bermuda, and so I just grew up around music. My mom sang, my grandmother sang, my dad wrote awesome poetry. So I guess music kind of just became the default means of expression. And I was actually in the play Joy in the Morning. I can't remember if I was like 9, 10, or 11, but one of those ages. And I did this play, and that was like one of the biggest springboards for me, knowing that I loved arts. I loved the arts. So I won a couple competitions, and then I started writing for myself, and the rest is a secret.
Well, I started off at Francis Patton Primary, and then I went to Port Royal. I've been to a lot of schools. I went from Francis Patton to Port Royal, to Saltus, to Sands, to home school, to Mount St. Agnes, to boarding school number 1, to boarding school number 2. I bounced around quite a bit, but it was cool, whatever. And then I went to college in Daytona Beach. I didn't finish there. I think I just discovered that school's not for me. You know what I mean? I feel like if it's your thing and that's what you won't feel like, then great. And I wish you well, but it's not for me. So I didn't go to school. I came home and I entered Bermuda Idol, and I won, and I used my money to start a business called BERMUDIAN. But music has always been my passion. You know what I mean? So the transition into performing on stage as a singer and then acting was really easy. So.
And she writes.
And I write music.
Too. Yeah.
What kept me? Okay. I think there's just always for me been something inside of me that was a little bit more artistic, a little bit more creative, a little bit more passionate about the arts than my peers, and I think I realized that really early on. And so I feel like even when I didn't want to be involved in music, I couldn't get it out of my head. It haunted me. You know what I mean? Because I feel like your passion haunts you until you finally say, all right, this is what I'm supposed to be doing for my life. This is how I feed my soul. You know what I mean? And so I just always had a gig. When I wasn't working, I was always singing at a wedding, or a funeral, or a concert, or anything. I was just always singing, and always helping other people in the studio, and like writing for people. So I was never not doing music. And then since Bermuda Idol, it's just been going up. And then my mom told me about this play, and I went, I auditioned, and I got in, and I love it. I feel like I could do this for the rest of my life. Different plays and stuff. I love it.
I guess it's a similar thing. I was that child who was pretty much like good at everything. Like if I wanted to be good at science, I put my mind to that. But at the end of the day, when I got home, it was the things I would do without anybody telling me to do them. And I would like stay up all night listening to like all the songs on the radio, and then I had like my little voice recorder, and then I'd like record them, then like record runs, and I'd be like, and then I would just be doing that up all night, and then the next day I'd be so tired for school. And I think that's how you know that you love something, when you just do it endlessly without without anybody having to tell you. And then obviously you have to like insert discipline in there somewhere, but yeah, so and then people liked my singing. I think that was like a big thing for me, because when you grow up around a lot of people that can sing, you don't necessarily take note of yourself as special.
Yeah.
You know? So people just kept saying, hey, that girl, hey, Kenji can sing, she has a gift. And to be honest, I didn't really believe that I have something special until maybe I was like 17. I don't know, I guess I took what I had for granted. I didn't really have a lot of confidence, you know? So I got some, and then college, when I went to Berkeley, everybody could do everything. There were drummers with perfect pitch. I'm like, you don't even play a harmonic instrument, why do you need perfect pitch? And it made me feel like, I fell out of love with music for like a summer. I came home after my first semester at Berkeley, and I didn't even listen to the radio in the car. And I think it's because I felt so, I guess, I was comparing myself to people too much, you know? And so I had to fall back in love with it. And that's when I realized, like, I do music because it's healing for me. And when it's healing for you, it's healing for other people. You know, and that's why I rediscovered exactly why I liked it, and it got some confidence, and yeah. The producers and Robin and her team and her mom, they thought it would be cool if they had a couple people in play that were in it from, you know, from the original production in Bermuda. So I said, at first I was reluctant, because like, I haven't acted in so long, no way, I'm gonna suck. But Robin is an amazing coach, and it's been an amazing experience. And when you have someone that's excellent at what they do, you can't help but get better. So it's an awesome experience. Oh my gosh, it's such a hard question because I love so many people. I love Whitney Houston. I love Sade. I love Aaliyah. I love Celine Dion. Sting, Seal. I don't think there's one artist that influenced me any more than the other. In different stages of my life, I fell in love with different people because it's all about who you relate to. So there's a plethora of people that I love. Yeah.
There's a plethora of people that I love, but I have two favorites, and they're both very different. I love Beyonce. I think she is just at the top of her game. She's the epitome of a performer right now. I love Beyonce. But my favorite vocalist, songwriter, artist is Miss Lauryn Hill.
Favorite Bermudian food?
I don't have a favorite food.
It's not like, okay, oh my gracious, I mean, it's like codfish and potato. Codfish and potato, fish cakes, fish chowder. It's like...
when you're away,
okay,
right? And you come back home, what is the first thing you have to eat as Bermudian?
I know my ideas.
It's codfish and potato. Like for me, it's just straight up codfish and potato. Like the first, like weekend. No, literally, it could be a Monday, it could be a Tuesday night, it could be midnight. I don't care when I get back. Can I have some codfish and potato? And I mash everything up together too. Like, I know people like to eat that separate. I like take everything and just mash it up together.
With the egg avocado?
Yes.
Do you have egg avocado put down on it?
I have egg avocado. Sometimes I do the red sauce, but I like put like mayonnaise, and then I put like olive oil and pepper. And
You're real Bermudian then.
Yeah, like seriously, that's how I like it.
Mayonnaise. I don't know no mayonnaise.
I don't like codfish and potato. Whenever, if I've spent time away, first place I have to give without a shadow of a doubt is Pizza House. But it has to be the one in Hermbay because that's my local one, like my neighborhood one. And I call and I ask, and my friend Gab, shout out to you Gab, got me hooked on burnt pizza. So I call and I say, can I get 2 slices of pepperoni pizza burnt? And they do it for me, and it is heaven on earth.
She's so serious.
I love
Burnt pizza.
I've seen her eat burnt
love-
pizza.
Like, is it like
She's
completely
serious.
burnt, or is the
It's
top
like
burnt?
blackened, like not blackened.
The cheese is
chicken.
blackened.
The cheese is blackened. The taste
Okay.
is nice and crispy. The pepperoni has a little. Oh, it's just.
You're gonna have to contact. What's his name?
This is Gap.
Gap.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to contact
Top
Gap.
rider.
I have to contact Gap and taste this burnt pizza
Yeah, it's wow.
and feature it on the
So
site.
I definitely have to get that as soon as I come in.
You know what though? I do like a chicken pie. You know, like the Bermuda chicken pot pies. I have to have one of them. I love them.
Well, it seems like you both love food.
Oh, do I ever?
Wow, I love food. You can tell I love food.
She got me hooked on these wings from
Buzz.
from Buzz at the
featuring
24-hour gas station. So we were at rehearsal, right? And I was like, I'm so hungry. And she's like, well, can you come with me? And I'm like, okay. So she takes me to the gas station. I was like, well, we're going to eat gas station food. We passed ice cream. What are we doing? Like, she's like, just come inside. So she's like, do you like sweet chili wings or whatever? I'm just like, what? Okay. I had sweet chili fish before, so I was like, let me try these. I tasted them. I was just like, well, good heavens. They tasted so good.
They are like literally, they're like, you know how you get wings, like saucy wings, and they, this like skin part gets all goopy and it's not crunchy anymore. The skin is still crunchy, even if this was, I don't know how they mastered that. I am always trying to wrap my head around how they did that, because it's wonderful that they managed to achieve that, because those wings, in a kanji,
They are.
They
Why
are.
we're here talking? Do you realize that we're talking about wings more passionately that we talked about music? Like I deserve.
we are foodies. Like those wings. We have to meet Adrian.
Yeah.
Shout out to Adrian.
Adrian, yeah.
Adrian's
now. Adrian. He's like the third member of
third
our
piece
crew.
of the pie.
Of the play. Everybody. I mean, everybody's a family in the play.
And who does he play in?
He's a singer.
Yeah,
And he's helped us out like with vocal arrangements and stuff.
very talented.
Very like
Awesome
immensely.
singer. Yeah.
Immensely talented. He's the A in our group. Our group is called Koa Music. C for Kanji, O for Olivia, and A for Adrian. Koa.
And what's Adrian's last name?
Jones.
Adrian
Keep in
Jones.
mind, we just made all this up like 4 days ago. But it's stuck.
But you just
You just make
you
friends.
meet, yeah, and you just
Yeah.
bond with people.
And it's
You
like,
know?
yeah, and music friends are, they're different than ordinary friends.
Yeah.
I don't mean to call, like, I have some sisters, I love them. But when you meet people who share your passion, it's just something cool about that.
And I think another thing we all have in common is our spirituality. You know what I mean? Like, despite the difference, we all are part of different denominations. We all are at different places in our walk with God, but we managed to, you know, still, like, I was in a situation the other night and I was like, listen, you two better pray for me. And I know they prayed for me. You know what I mean? So it's nice to be able to have, you know, it's always nice to have a friends party, but you need some friends that can pray for you.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
So that's really nice.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that about these two birds.
I would say, just believe in yourself. I know I believed in myself a little late in life, you know, and that came from me having to just spend time with myself and be honest with myself about what I wanted. And I would just say, I think sometimes our generation gets caught up in between the ages of 15 and your 20s being like a party, like time in your life, but it's not. This is a time where you got to really dwell into who you are, and you got to create habits that are going to last you a lifetime. And I think I would say that to any aspiring musician, aspiring electrician, engineer, whatever, is just know your industry, know your craft, study your craft, and know who you are and what you want to do with it. There's nothing worse than having, like, I could have like the best mic, the best camera, but if I don't know what type of pictures I want to take or what type of music I want to make, what good is it, right? So that's what I would say.
I would, you know, just piggyback on what my dear sister Canjelae said. You know, you really have to know who you are. And I agree with you, because it took me a long time. I'm just now starting to settle into being unapologetically me. Like, this is me, period. Take it or leave it. Those who will take it are meant to be, those who aren't are not. But you really have to have a very strong sense of self, especially if you're considering going into acting, because you literally have to take on another persona. You know what I mean? You have to be somebody else, and you have to know to switch it off. You know what I mean? You have to have a really strong sense of self, even with music, because where you are at in your life and you know what you're going to do, who you are, somehow sneaks its way into even songs that I haven't written for myself. My experiences, my life, my choices somehow make it into the lyrics. You know what I mean? Like, case in point, Beyonce, look how she's grown and evolved. Her music, you can see, you can hear the growth. It's, you know what I mean? From her first album, Dangerously in Love, to her latest work, you can really see her growth. So you really just have to know who you are. Fight for what you want. Like she said, know your craft. There's always somebody there waiting to take your spot. Always.
Definitely. And it's, I think there's a couple of things that are important too. There's like love for God and what you believe in, and knowing what you believe in, you know, and then love for yourself and appreciate yourself, and then have empathy for others. I think empathy is so important in order to just relate to other people, to continually put yourself in other people's shoes. And that's how you do great acting, when you watch people like Robin or like Meryl Streep or whoever. Like, it's empathy, it's being able to say, I will do my best to embody these emotions as realistically as possible. And for music, it's the same thing. Like, when I'm writing a song about something that I haven't been through, that a friend has been through, it requires empathy, it requires love and understanding for someone else's situation. So I would say that is like something that you should really, if you're a person that doesn't really care about other people, like, you should probably start, because you're not going to make music that other people love if you don't want to be relatable.
One other thing, the last thing I'll say is, and it all comes down to knowing yourself again. I sing, and I'm good at what I do. Canjelae sings, and she's good at what she does, and we're very different.
Yeah.
And I think why we work so well is because I stay in my lane, she stays in hers. We know what each of us is capable of. And so that's why we're able to work together. It's not a competition, because I'm not competing with her and she's not competing with me. So we can be friends, despite the fact that we both have, you know, the same career goals in a sense.
Yeah.
This is still my friend, because I know who she is and she knows who I am. And I understand how our gifts, because they're so different, can work together. Because if I try and make mine hers, it's not going to work anyway.
And vice versa.
So it really, honestly, like, even the other day, me and her and Adrian were singing together, and it worked perfectly. We didn't practice it, we didn't rehearse it, we just got on stage, and it worked.
Yeah, and then we randomly got a gig together because somebody heard us
somebody just randomly heard us practicing, and asked us to sing at this event for them. But I mean, it's just because we respect each other's crafts. We know what each other brings to the table, and we let everybody. It's not a competition.
Well, we're all a part of something bigger. That's how I think.
Yeah, so definitely know who you are, stay in your lane.
We are Bermuda.